Assalamualaikum and hi. We are from Group Cendekiawan from kelas Pembangunan and Aplikasi Strategik Sistem Maklumat Perakaunan Set 2, which is our lecturer is Dr. Abdul Aziz bin Ahmad. So today we are going to present our group project, which is the Great IT Horror Story. So our group consists 5 people, which is first Saharaj Trusalvam, Ilya Batrisha binti Anwar, Nur Shadia binti Nur Azman, Muhammad Faizal bin Sulaiman, and lastly is Nur Hatini binti Muhammad Saini. The contents of this presentation are firstly the stakeholders and their expectation or interest toward this case. Secondly, we'll be moving to the main issue case Craven book, and then we'll be moving to 5 phases of the system development life cycle, and lastly is the lessons from the Craven book, which is put your business first, simplify your business before computerizing, take one step at a time, standard package are less risky, and lastly, do not believe supplier or consultants.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Nur Hatini binti Muhammad Saini with number matric A171881. So I will explain and list stakeholder and their expectation towards this case. So the first is the manager expectation, that the company can enhance their company competitiveness and be more effective for the company system. But there was not one to follow up and back up the system after implementation. And the second is the employee expectation is to get training and lessons so that the company system user will be more familiar and useful. Most of the users were lacking experience in applying the new system in their workplace, especially for caravan employees who were the first to use the new system in the 1990s. And the lastly, customer. Customer hope that the personal information protected and orders made by them must be correct and accurate without any defects or damage. One of the customer's caravan book is Jack Green. He ordered 5,000 books by Jeff Daniels, but he received 20,000 books by Dan Jeffrey. This probably had lost customer and created many angry customers due to the wrong orders being delivered to the customers. Alright, so what is the main issue of this case? So the main issue of this case is the unsuccessfulness of the new system and the failure of the caravan books management level to determine the suitable system that can help the company achieve objective and improve performance. The management level of the caravan books cannot decide and determine the appropriate system for the company because they were over ambitious to improve their company's performance and competitiveness quickly. And another issue is the company relied too much on their consultant and supplier who provide the system. This could be an issue for the caravan because they did not review the system. All the procedure just follow the consultant suggestion. And the last is the causes the new system implementation failed because nobody is responsible for the system. Based on the case study, the intention of the caravan books decided to implement a new system for enhancing their company competitiveness and more effectiveness for the company's system. Okay, so I will explain the case based on the 5 phases SDLC. What's the mean SDLC? SDLC is a conceptual model utilized in a project management and describe the stage involved in an information system and development project. So based on this case, John did not follow and skipped some phases of this SDLC. So they have 5 phases of the SDLC. First is system analysis, conceptual design, physical design, implementation and conversion, and lastly phase is operation and maintenance. So the first phases is system analysis, is gathering the information needed to understand the warehouse current system problem and the reason for the proposed system change and make the decision either to buy or to develop a new system. So caravan buys the new system from the supplier and is trying to get more advice from the consultant. Is not wrong, but the mistake of the caravan is that they rely too much with the supplier and the consultant. So the second phase is the conceptual design. The company decides the way to meet a user needs. So the management of the caravan had decided to create a new an IT system. At first, the new system was expected to and should provide a great time, effort, and saving for the company to achieve company's objective. But upon the implementation of the new system, the company's expectation has not been achieving, and even it was it. So the second and the third is the physical design phase. The user-oriented requirements of the conceptual design are translated into the detailed specification which will be used by programmers to code the program. Okay, so the new system will be more difficult to implement. So John and the IT manager should work together in a physical system design step to determine how the conceptual design is to be implemented. Alright, so for the next phase is implementation and conversion phase. It's the capstone phase during which everything comes together. So based on this case, the founder, Peter Caravan, started to distribute books to direct mail, and then the company decided to use a new information system as a part of its business strategy. So this phase is more to implementation and conversion plan, installing and any new hardware and the software, turning personal testing and modifying the system. Okay, so the last phase is operation and maintenance. So this phase is reviewing and modifying the system, doing ongoing maintenance and delivering an improved system. So based on this case too, Caravan is relying too much on its software consultant and did not try to review and assess the given system to test its efficiency or effectiveness before it was implemented.
Okay, the first one is put your business first. The management level of Craven Books cannot decide and determine the appropriate system to the company because they were over ambitious to improve their company's performance and competitiveness quickly. They didn't develop a strategic plan before the implementation of the new system. They also didn't conduct any testing on the new system to identify whether the system really can help the company to reach their objective. The company should consider the business priority, then the technology, and simplify or rationalize the business as possible. The company should also utilize the time to prepare and design strategic plan before making any decisions in choosing the suitable system that fit the company. Second one is simplify your business before computerizing. The Craven Books unable to determine the best IT system to use. There is no preparation on strategic plan before the implementation, which lead to the result in choosing the IT system that is unfit for the company. They pick the system without even trying to identify whether the system really works or not. Planning is very important before the consultancy process so that the business is able to set out the objective that they want to achieve after implemented this new system in the company. Craven has to ensure that they are hiring a consultant that has adequate knowledge about the system implementation.
Hello, my name is Nur Shadia. Here I want to present one of the lessons from the Craven bookstore, which is take one step at a time. Peter Craven then decided to adopt a new strategy to deal with this problem. Computing seems to be the best solution as existing companies have used similar IT system. The decision was made quickly without asking either the management team or the employees how they felt about the change or setting clear goals. However, to help the decision-making process, they refer to consultants who are very confident the change will benefit the company. But soon after the decision, the company faced some problems. They forgot to consider some important steps of the change, such as calculating the cost of computing, planning this change strategically. In the decision-making process, decisions are made too quickly, resulting in unclear objective and employees being abandoned. Even after this system is implemented, further decisions have no direction or explanation as the leader have lost common sense. The main key event that leads to system failure is more likely the growing number of customers ordering books. Indeed, with a faster system, delivery will also be accelerated. But with the reduction of the number of employees and the main core of the system, mistakes are made. Books placed everywhere, then where the stock should start to rise instead of declining, and wrong delivery are often made. Next lesson from the Craven bookstore is standard package are less risky. To have a system, there are two simple approach. First, the standard package and methods have been tried and tested by most people because they are cheaper and a lot of programming has been completed. But to fit the program, they need to adapt the business. The second alternative is the customized solution where everything is tailored to your own wishes, and unfortunately the system is very expensive. What Craven does is under the price estimate they can afford. They take the middle ground to buy standard package that can be customized with system purchases. However, since their old system was successfully operational, there was no requirement for Craven to move to a fully integrated system. But the new system they are trying to build unfortunately does not change as they expected. They hurried to rearrange the book back to its place at a busy time that day to pack up and put the best-selling book in front of the door. They lost a book about what was going on at the time, and the machine didn't know about it. When computers do not classify leftover inventory and provide book inventory measurement, restructure stock, and inaccurate customer order, problems will arise. They will take it to the IT manager if there are problems and errors in the system, and the IT manager will take it to an outside consultant. They end up spending a lot of time and money to improve their system by getting consultants. Next lesson from the Craven bookstore is do not believe supplier or consultants. Another mistake is that Craven is too dependent on its software consultants, and before being introduced does not attempt to review or evaluate a given system to test its reliability and effectiveness. Craven is recommended by the consultant to use the existing system because the implementation of a customized system is not a good option to achieve the goal of Craven, because it's like adding a third wing to a jumbo jet because the problem runs so fast that you will not achieve the desired results. The company should terminate the entire project and remove the consultant. There is nothing to blame for this implementation. Craven should look for skilled and competent experts for the implementation of the new system, but not just book knowledge. To select consultants from hundreds of people out there, Craven should conduct interview sessions, conduct referral checks to consultants to confirm their background and ensure they have a good background and do not have bad credibility out there, and must review what they have done before. For example, if they have good implementation job before and after choosing the appropriate consultation, they cannot ignore that the company should work directly with this person for months and even years. So they must choose wisely and ensure that consultants will work for employees. Craven buys the system from a supplier, and it's not wrong to try to get more advice from a consultant. Craven's fault is that they are too dependent on suppliers and consultants not to review the recommendations carefully to make better decisions until the system is implemented. Craven will gather all the advice and recommendations of the consultant, but must review and hold discussion with top management to consider possible consequences that could affect the entire business. Craven cannot rely on suppliers. Suppliers can provide template and best practices that can make a company a good part, but Craven still needs to determine what includes success and failures progress, and set bets and set deadlines. So that's all from us. Thank you and bye-bye.